You are listening to Comic Reflections, episode 242. I'm your host, Nicholas Prom.
And I'm Jeff Warner. I'm the Genshiest.
Oh, man. Comic Reflections is brought to you by The Outhouse. You can find our show and other nifty content at theouthousers.com. And if you enjoy this program, please subscribe to us on either iTunes or Stitcher. Justice League of America time.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting.
Yep.
Well, sort of.
Actually,
this batch of stories, I feel like the series is actually starting to pick up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the first comic we're going to talk about is Justice League of America number 12, cover dated June of 1962, cover art by Murphy Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pretty cool cover.
And it's the cover of the book.
So we're reading from Showcase Presents Justice League of America, Volume 1, and they did choose this cover to be the cover of that volume. And we've got the Justice League springing into action against Dr. Light. And this is his first appearance.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, then especially the way it came across. He did come across as an established villain.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
It certainly won't be the last time we'll see him.
Yeah.
Not the first time we've talked about him on the show, but yeah.
All right. The title is The Last Case of Justice League. That's sad because I was just getting used to Snapper Car. I was going to forgive them for having Snapper Car. It's JLA, but...
That's right. And the last case of the Justice League was written by Gardner Fox, penciled by Mike Sikowski, and inked by Bernard Sachs. Hit the roll call, if you will, Jeff.
Snapper Car, Batman, Wonder Woman, John Jones, Superman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Flash, and the Green Arrow.
Yay! So...
All right. We come upon Snapper. He's at a fishing tournament. So
in Happy Harbor.
Yeah, those beatnik Hepcats had everything cool back then. So this is where Snapper gets this really big fish, and he says, that scaled whale is the Genshiest, which is where I got that stupid word.
Right. I heard the Genshiest as an expression used by the character Madman, which is a comic book created by a guy named Mike Allred. He's a terrific artist, and his art is very reminiscent of Silver Age style.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting guy. Does really beautiful comic book work.
Mm-hmm.
Lives in Portland. He's usually in all the comic conventions around. A lot of comic book creators live in Portland.
Portland, Oregon?
Yeah. Not
cool.
Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Ginchi I was familiar with somewhat.
Yeah, but man, beatniks didn't fish, did they?
I don't know, man.
So, okay, so he's caught the winning fish, but he gets a call from the JLA
on his signal device.
Right, and so
he has to bail on the contest.
Yeah. Oh, poor Snapper Car. But
that'd be funny if he'd have caught a red snapper.
Oh yeah.
Snapper.
Yeah. I think the snappers are not in the ocean, or they're saltwater fish. Maybe
they are or are not.
I think they are.
Well, Happy Harbor
That's right.
It's coastal, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Okay, I mean that was the impression I got.
I didn't get any impression, so I don't know. So.
Okay.
But all right. The JLA sends an emergency signal to them because they're all out of Hepcat terms. All right. So he comes to the JLA headquarters, and there's Dr. Light stinking up the joint.
Yeah, at the secret sanctuary.
Yeah. Okay, so he makes Snapper Car write down the end of the Justice League of America.
And so, in a very long monologue, he's explaining how he defeated the League and sent them all to their deaths.
Yeah. He makes this ball, I don't know, it's like a party or disco ball kind of thing that shoots out different types of lights that will snare each of the JLA members.
Yeah.
So he gets Aquaman first because he's the lamest. And then he uses Aquaman's signaling device to call the others.
Right.
They call them all except for Superman and Batman.
Right.
So, and Superman and Batman come in later. Then they're all sent to a particular. Each of them is sent to a world where it is most dangerous to them. John Jones is sent to a fire planet. Aquaman sent to a desert planet.
Green Lantern sent to a world that's all yellow.
Yeah.
Where's the Flash go?
He goes to some place that's
That sucks.
yeah. It destroys his inner ear balance, so he cannot move without banging into something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman goes somewhere and Green Arrow goes somewhere.
But she cannot. She does exactly opposite of what she tries to do. Green Arrow goes to a place where it has wood is magnetic, and he can lift himself up.
He can't lift up his bow.
Mm-hmm.
That's strange.
Superman goes to a place where the rocks are made out of water and the trees grow upside down. And no, Batman does. Okay.
Yeah.
Batman, and he takes off his cowl, and it is Superman.
Switch places, which is perfect because Dr. Light sent quote unquote Superman to a planet with a red sun where he'd be powerless.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Batman.
Right.
So what?
Yeah.
And Superman sent to upside down town where whatever he can get out of it because he's Superman.
There's no scientific gadgetry will not work.
Right, and that would counteract Batman's utility belt, but it's Superman that's there, so who cares?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is rather clever.
Yeah. No, the issues we read for today, I thought were actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Batman, or rather Superman, reminisces about they're fighting some bad guys, and then
He and Batman.
And they come back and say, "Oh, something's going on. Let's switch places." So, they switch costumes.
And that switcheroo is something they pull many times in the pages of World's Finest. It's kind of their thing.
Well, last episode we did this. Everyone switched places.
Right, but Batman and Superman, I'm saying they pull that switcheroo a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, Superman uses his supervision and finds out, oh, wow, people are in trouble. So he goes to save John Jones, because John Jones is about to die because of the flame. And then they go to Aquaman. Aquaman and John Jones were about to be killed.
Yeah.
So they rescue them first. They send John Jones after Batman because Superman cannot go to a red sun planet.
Right.
So everyone's rescued. That's pretty cool. That was really well done.
Yeah.
They come back and they see, oh, that's right. Snapper Carr was immobilized into silence, for which Dr. Light won the Nobel Peace Prize of 1962.
But honestly, he has a mobilized Snapper and he's his prisoner in the Secret Sanctuary. Mm-hmm. But the Justice League show up and
they start talking, and I love it when Snapper Carr is trying to think, but we all know that's impossible. But he remembers what Dr. Light says, that they're going to go looking for 3 lights, one from ancient times, medieval times, and modern times.
Okay.
The ancient times, Colossus of Rhodes,
yeah.
Which would not be the answer I would give. I would say the Lighthouse of Alexandria was. I mean, they're both are the 7 wonders of the world.
Right.
But I mean, the lighthouse, you know, but Colossus of Rhodes, I never think of that as a lighthouse. And they supposedly had a big torch that was held aloft.
Right.
All right. The second thing is the heart of light, which is a heart-shaped diamond, and this does not exist as far as I can tell.
Okay.
But there was a really cool diamond called the Koh-i-Noor, which I think came out in the Middle Ages, and it was called the Mountain of Light, which they could have used.
Oh wow!
And it's owned now by yours truly. No, it's owned by the Queen of England.
Oh.
It used to be the biggest diamond, and it was supposedly very bad luck for any male owner.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third item is Thomas Edison's first light bulb,
mm-hmm.
which is like, okay, who cares? You're gonna steal a light bulb?
Yeah, even though it's the first one, I mean, sure, it's worth $100,000, a big deal. But that's not the point.
What is the point?
All right, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
So, Aquaman, Green Lantern, and Green Arrow go after the Colossus. They find it being lifted by Dr. Light,
Yeah.
and a fight ensues. Always the lightning is yellow. So,
Of course.
mm, and
Of course, that causes problems for Green Lantern.
yeah, exactly. And Doctor Light zaps Green Lantern and kills him.
Oh man.
Yeah. But they capture Doctor Light anyway. Oh, by using swordfish, and it's kind of cool.
Thank you, Aquaman.
Yeah. But they oh and oh god, Aquaman teaches a dolphin how to speak, and he distracts Doctor Light by having the dolphin talk like Aquaman. Then Aquaman comes from behind and smacks him one. I didn't write these, folks.
No. Oh man.
Okay, so they capture him, and but Green Lantern's dead. Okay, so they go back in the Arrow plane. Is that what it's called?
In Green Arrow's
Yeah.
airplane? Yeah, it's the aeroplane. Which is kind of punny if you think about it.
Oh yes, Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, but then the audience knows this, so I feel dumb, man. Of course. All right.
It's okay.
All right. Now we have. Let's see. To the Heart of Light, we have John Jones,
The Flash, and Batman.
and Dr. Light blasts them. They're all going on the same time. So that means there's two Dr. Lights. What gives?
We shall find out what
Yep.
gives.
Mm-hmm. So Dr. Light blasts him with his light blaster.
Yeah.
And Batman says, "Oh, I got this radar gun. I'll get him." So,
So he's gonna give him a speeding ticket? Anyway, sorry.
and so Dr. Light blasts him, but what really happened was there was no radar gun. He told Flash, because none of them can see because the light is so bright.
Right.
So he just tells Flash, "Here, take this rope and just run around in a circle."
Okay.
And that's how they capture Dr. Light, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
Yeah. So now we have Superman and Wonder Woman. That's the first time I've seen them matched up.
Oh well, that probably won't be the last.
Yeah. Well, I'm just making a statement. So he blasts Superman with kryptonite, of course, and he puts a curtain of vari-colored lights on the Amazon princess. The curtain, like the Aurora Borealis, is a radiation bath, knocking me unconscious, as she says as she slips to unconsciousness.
Yeah.
Superman wakes up.
That's weird that would have any effect on her. It's.
They got to do something, I guess.
I know, but it seems so.
I guess
Why
they
would
could've-
that affect anybody?
Yeah. I don't know. He could have used a rock, I guess.
Right? Because comics.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so Superman comes too because why?
It just mysteriously stopped the kryptonite light. So then they capture Dr. Light. And then they all come together, and we have 3 Dr. Lights. What gives?
He created duplicates of himself out of light.
Mm. He calls them mirages.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what he calls them.
I know. I'm just like,
Yeah.
really?
Okay. Yeah. Dr. Light, like everybody else in the DC world, has a trophy room. He goes in there, and I don't understand this at all, but he's got some gizmo that'll make him king of the world, and the 3 light bulbs and all that stuff was just an excuse to get his mirages to plant something for that device.
Oh, okay. So it was a bait and switch.
Right.
Okay, I forgot that.
Mm-hmm. And I don't understand his machine at all. I don't think he even names it. It's just the thing that will make him more powerful.
Okay.
And then, Green Lantern. He wasn't dead. He was comic book dead. So he comes back.
It was a foolie.
Yeah. He comes back, zaps Dr. Light, and they destroy the machine. Everything's cool. And a separate card says, "Hey, I knew it was going to turn out this way because April 1st, April Fool's Day, 1962. I was
Okay.
3 months old.
Okay. What exactly was the deal? Did Green Lantern created a duplicate of himself and
Or
that got hit
something
by?
like that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he says, oh, he was attacking Dr. Light on the boat, and he says, why is this my ring not working? It's a mirage. Oh, he can make a mirage? I can make a mirage too.
Right. And so he let Dr. Light think he was dead.
Yeah, because he always makes green things. Well, Green Lantern dresses in green, so
Sure.
that's fine.
Sure.
Okay.
So anyway, the next issue is Justice League of America number 13, cover dated August of 1962, cover art by Murphy Anderson. And on this cover, we have the Justice League in battle with robot duplicates of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The story in this issue is called The Riddle of the Robot Justice League, written by Gardner Fox, penciled by Mike Sikowski, and inked by Bernard Sachs. Hit the roll call, would you?
Aquaman, Batman, Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, John Jones, Superman, Wonder Woman, and making a brief appearance, Snapper Carr. Okay. The Riddle of the Robot Justice League. Oh, dear God, don't make a robot Snapper Carr. Green Arrow and Speedy are after some crooks who disguise themselves as statues by wearing metallic paint, which is an interesting idea.
It is interesting. I mean, I don't think. Do you think that could work?
Stupider things have happened.
Yeah, okay.
But the thing is, oh, I never saw that statue there before in front of the bank.
Right.
But you could disguise yourself as a statue that's already there, take the other statue away. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's why they don't put statues inside of banks.
Right. For this very reason, I'm sure.
Okay. So Speedy and Green Arrow are about to capture them, and Green Arrow disappears.
Weird. So then we cut to Hal Jordan,
And,
test pilot, who is secretly Green Lantern.
and then fortunately named Pie Face.
Yeah.
And
Well, Pie Face.
yeah. But Flash and Pie Face are the only ones who know who he is.
Yeah.
His real identity.
Yeah.
And I try to find that out. Why the Flash? And I looked on Google and couldn't find it. I found some, or is a Flash and Green Lantern gay?
No, nothing like that. It's okay.
No, but
Pie Face knows because
yeah.
Cal needed a confidant, and so
Right.
he chose Pie Face. He was very trustworthy. And the Flash and Green Lantern had an adventure where they switched powers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was against Major Disaster, and
Okay, yeah.
and
I think we've read that, haven't we? That sounds
I
very
think we may
familiar.
have. And anyway, they confide the secret identities with each other.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's in that
I
story.
remember liking that. But also, I found out that
Spencer and I read that as well. So
I found out that Green Lantern and Flash are in a comic book with Colonel Sanders.
really,
Yeah, it came out last August.
last August,
Yeah.
I need to know everything about this now.
Oh. Okay. Well, they fight Earth 2, Colonel Sanders, who's evil and dresses in black.
I love that they're bringing back Earth 2.
Yeah.
Let me get this right. Green Lantern and the Flash team up against an evil Colonel Sanders.
With the good Colonel Sanders.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
But I think it may just be some KFC did or some of that. And
Just like a promo comic thing. That's weird that they would incorporate Earth 2 and have an evil.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So.
I have to look this up right now. Keep talking about the story.
All right, then Green Lantern, he disappears. Batman and Wonder Woman are together, and they're with their Batjet and Wonder Jet, and I guess it's called the Invisible Jet. Is a proper name.
Correct.
They are flying over. I guess they're hovering over a circus tent. Is it a circus tent or just a big auditorium? And they're jumping off and doing flips, and they disappear. And then we go see the Flash. He's got two bad guys. He's running to the police station, and he disappears. The bad guy says, "Oh, Flash is not here. Let's get out of here. John Jones is chasing this big, huge helicopter. It's pretty cool. And they throw out a smoke bomb, and he goes in there, and he doesn't come out.
Oh.
So they wonder what's going on. So, well, no, he's not coming out, so let's go. Yay. Yay, Jimmy Olsen is here.
Yeah.
And he's trying to do this magic where he makes people disappear, which is, oh, that's odding for Jimmy Olsen. So,
Yeah, and that's saying something.
yeah. And so he's doing some kind of magic and says, I want to disappear you, Superman. And Superman's laughing at him, and he goes, Allah Mahala Kazara, and makes him disappear. So,
Yeah.
and what a chump you are, Jimmy. I don't know how to bring him back. Duh. Aquaman is trapped under the sea in this in Coral Atoll, and doesn't know what to do, and then he gets popped out. All right, so we go to chapter 2. So they find themselves in a vast alien laboratory because, as usual, it's an alien to blame. So
Of course.
yeah. So everyone's confused. What's going on? So it is Errors Lane. Oh no, Errors Lane is where they go to, and the guy's name is Sforl, I guess. Sforll. All right, here it gets complicated. It's DC complicated.
Uh-oh.
These jerkwad aliens from Skarn find out that they're losing the universal life force. Each universe has a life force, and when it dies, everything dies. So what they do is they take the life force from other universes to save their own.
Oh, yeah.
And they keep doing this, and finally somebody fights against them. They send their big champion, and they make him fight a robot duplicate of himself, and he loses. Which brings up the point: if it's exact duplicate, they should fight to a standstill. It should be a tie. So what gives?
Something.
Mm-hmm. So Sforl brings our heroes to fight for them. So that's okay. We'll do it. That's what we do: save people. So they go to Skarn, and they say, "We're the heroes for this universe."
Yeah.
Some cool stuff. I love DC future.
Yeah. It's not the future, it's the present on a different planet.
Or a science fiction type thing. So that's our future, maybe.
Maybe.
I hope we have these big fights between robots and Superman and blah blah blah. So,
right. So anyway, they go to Skarn, and they go to the arena there, and they make the duplicates of everybody except for Aquaman, because no real reason.
Because it came, supposedly because they had to fight in water, and of course,
it's a robot, can't get wet.
Right.
So Green Lantern makes Aquaman a pool.
It's like one of those pools you put on the
in your front yard. Yeah. It's just one of those kiddie pools, and for Aquaman to chill in and watch them all play. Okay, this is pretty undignified.
Yeah, it is, but it actually turns out to be pretty good for all involved. Okay, so each of them are fighting their robotic selves.
Yeah.
And they're all losing, and we can't figure out why. So Aquaman, for once, is useful. He just starts telling them, give them good advice.
Okay.
And sometimes accidentally it works, and sometimes it's sort of tells Wonder Woman to you can do better than this, and they just I can, so I did, and so she wins. Stuff like that.
Well, okay.
And he tells Green Arrow something about a break, and says, "Oh, Green Arrow, I'm at my last arrow, so I'll break it, and I'll send one arrow,
one piece of it."
Yeah, because
this made no sense to me.
Okay.
Do you have the same trouble?
It's complicated. We'll use Green Arrow as an example. They're shooting at each other, and the first person who gets hit by an arrow loses. So they keep hitting each arrow They shoot each arrow and they.
Oh, I see.
So he breaks
Each
one.
arrow that the robot or the real Green Arrow fire, they hit each
Yeah.
other. The arrows collide.
Right.
Okay.
If one of them missed, then the other person would be hit.
Ah.
What? So they're down to the last arrow. He breaks it in half, and he shoots 2 arrows. The first arrow is blocked. The second one hits the other guy, and the real Green Arrow wins.
Yay!
So it goes on for this, and I'm not going to go into the detail about it.
With everybody has a thing like that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
You know, it's good that we're not taking that much time on them.
No.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right, but they were cheating because they had Superman looks and sees some kind of transmitter that picks up the crowd who really likes the robots and hates everybody else. And so Superman fixes the one that's they're in a race across around the stadium, and the robot's winning. So Superman sees that and knocks it out. So then the robot loses.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter because the planet says we're going to destroy it anyway. It doesn't matter if you won or not, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean they are bad guys.
Yeah, I mean, but they're really, they don't have any honor, so that
Right.
makes them badder than bad. So, okay, so our heroes going to look for the device that still sucks the life force from other universes.
Okay.
So they run off, and let's see. I guess Aquaman stays behind, and he's saying, "Why don't the people care? They're not worried about when they see the heroes running off to find it." He says, "Oh, it's here in the
Right.
stadium," which is pretty clever.
So Superman uses his X-ray vision to find it and destroys it.
Right. Yay. So then they come back. They're given a hero's welcome by the good aliens.
Okay.
Is that pretty? Actually, I'd love to see this in color.
Well, it is available in trade paperback, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah. But it's nice. Well, they get a hero's parade and all that stuff, and it's kind of cool. Then they're sent right back to where they were when they disappeared, and they capture all the bad guys again. And we see Snapper Carr reading the newspaper.
And that's it, huh?
Yeah.
So the last issue we're going to talk about for this episode is Justice League of America number 14, cover dated September of 1962. Cover art, again, by Murphy Anderson. And want to describe this cover a little bit, Jeff?
All right, we see the hand of the bad guy bowling with the atom inside of a bowling ball. Apparently it's a bomb. And going against the 9 pins are the JLA.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The story in this issue is called Menace of the Atom Bomb. Written by Gardner Fox, penciled by Mike Sikowski, and inked by Bernard Sachs.
Okay. So when I saw Menace of the Atom Bomb, I thought the JLA would stop the Allies' use of the atom bomb on Japan and make the war to last a couple more years. But no.
Yeah. Hit the roll call, would you?
Okay. Aquaman, Batman, Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, John Jones, Superman, Wonder Woman, Snapper Carr, honorary member, and introducing his newest member, the Atom.
Yeah.
All right. So
So at the Secret Sanctuary,
yeah, they're voting. Does Snapper have a vote?
I think he's like the tiebreaker.
Or he's the guy who counts the votes?
I guess. But it's weird that they're taking a vote to induct a new member of the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman and Batman aren't there.
They give their proxy votes.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I don't know who they're. I mean, I guess it's yay or nay. It's not the Atom versus.
Well, they could say Adam Strange or somebody, for example.
Yeah.
But I think they all unanimously
vote the Atom.
Yeah.
But we don't know if it was a yes or no or the Atom versus blank. So.
Right. Right. That is kind of ambiguous.
Okay. So they vote. It's unanimous, as you said. The Atom wins, and then they forget who the Atom was, and they have no idea.
Yeah.
So they go,
Weird.
they jump to Google. Oh no, they jump to use the Green Lantern ring and find out who it is. And
Yeah.
so, oh, this is a famous guy. Let's go check him out. Where is he located in
Ivy Town.
Ivy Town? Okay.
Because he's a professor at the Ivy Town University.
hmm We never see him as the.
As
Is
Ray
he the
Palmer?
Atom all the time?
No, he's Professor Ray Palmer at the
Okay.
Ivy Town
It's
University.
been a long time since I've read an Atom.
Well, we'll probably do the showcase volumes of the Atom.
hmm All right. Well, we find the Atom. He's in court, giving
Testimony
Testimony.
against criminals and stuff.
exact, and he disappears. Oh no, everyone forgets who he is. He forgets who the Atom is,
Right, and so he freaks out. He sees all these giant people, and he wants to run away.
and he does, and he bounces around. It's pretty cool. So what's going on? So we go to a bunch of bad guys. It's a nice, I don't know, rogues corner here. I think
Oh yeah, it's very interesting because we have who do we have?
we have Mr. Memory, who may be somebody else. We have
Let's see. There's Hector Hammond, the Angle Man,
yeah
the Pied Piper, the
Dr. Davis.
Dr. Davis, the Sea Thief, and I think there might be one other guy.
hmm So
So these are all villains corresponding with the various JLA members.
hmm so Green Lantern goes after Hector Hammond. Each of them uses their own stuff, and which their own gizmos or gadgets. They don't work, so they use Mr. Memory's dememorizer.
Yeah.
I love that name.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
And all right, so Hector Hammond blasts Green Lantern with it. Pied Piper does in the Flash, the Sea Thief, Aquaman, which is appropriate.
Yes.
Angle Man, which I had never heard of before, but
Really?
it is a thing. So,
Angle Man is a member of Wonder Woman's Rogues Gallery.
let's see.
He's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Green Arrow is showing its lameness by going after a runaway balloon. I lie awake at nights worrying about runaway balloons and their danger. I mean, for crying out loud, he's a superhero who's worrying about balloons. I mean, even though they're big, it's sort of. Unfortunately, there's a guy boringly named Dr. Davis.
yeah.
And the Atom is wrenched into the ultra microscopic world by running. He's running away, and he goes into the ultra microscopic world, and that kind of makes him regain his memory. Then he comes out and he remembers everything. He sees John Jones being led away by a Jedi.
What did you? I saw that in your notes and I was confused.
He's dressed like a Jedi. I didn't know
Oh,
who he
okay.
was. Actually, he wasn't really named.
It's Mr. Memory, right?
Right.
Okay.
So the Atom is really small, but he weighs 180 pounds.
Right.
So all that weight, all that mass and little object makes it easier to
Yeah.
punch the crap out of somebody. So he gets knocked out. The Atom does, and he gets captured by Mr. Memory.
Is it live or is it Mr. Memory?
Right. He is put into a bowling ball atomic bomb, which is
Okay.
which is ironic,
Right.
and it's sort of all right. You can have a very small atomic explosion. I don't know if it's small enough to be safe in the same house.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But Dr. Light rolls the atomic bomb bowling ball of Atom in it at the other JLA, they lost their memory and they are immobile. They don't know what's going on.
And they are captured by this group of villains.
And they're
Is this the second or third time we've seen a group of villains teamed up against the Justice League?
I
I think it's just the second. But I like that concept. I like a lot.
Yeah. Actually, I wish there were more of that than this. So, I think once the bad guys zap them, that's the end of the rest of the bad guys.
Yeah, you never see them again in the story, which is
Mhm.
weird. Well, that's not quite true. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but I would like to see a lot more of them.
Right.
All right, so the Atom realizes his predicament, and he tries to. He misses, makes the ball miss, and then he pops out, knocks over Green Lantern, uses Green Lantern's ring to knock out Mr. Memory. So and then fix the other JLA members, and now everyone's okay. So they go after Mr. Memory, and they find out it's Batman.
But wait,
Batman was
brainwashed
Yeah.
by the real Mr. Memory.
Mm-hmm. So
It's a foolie.
right, okay. They're trying to figure out how to get them, and John Jones and the Flash go after them.
And they
Find
find that Mr. Memory is really Professor Amos Fortune.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they can't do anything to Amos Fortune because he's tenured.
No.
Yeah.
He goes to jail. And it's so funny, in just like 2 panels, they say, yeah, they spent the next couple days rounding up the other villains. And it's like, I would like to read a whole issue of comics with them rounding up those villains.
So they're interesting villains, and
Yeah.
sometimes, well, the correct length of an artwork is sometimes really hard to do. Too short, too long can kill it, and
Right.
it's not a deadly sin here.
Yeah.
But I would love to read more of that. That'd have been a lot interesting. Because I don't know. I don't know if I knew any of them. I think.
Huh. We knew Hammond.
Yeah, that's about the only one.
Pied Piper.
Yeah, and Pied Piper. Yeah.
Sea Thief might have actually been made up for this story. I'm not 100% sure.
He's the only one I didn't look up because I thought, oh, that's got to be an Aquaman villain.
Well, right. I'm not 100% sure about that, but Angleman is a recurring Wonder Woman villain.
Yeah, I found that out. I thought it was made up, so I looked at that, and
Yeah.
Dr. Davis exists. So,
Yeah.
So, all right. So everything's happy. They bring Adam to JLA headquarters, and
They induct him into the league.
yeah, and they give him this teeny tiny chair. He's got his, I can't see over the table with this chair. And so when he gets in, they say, "Oh, push that button," and it rises up so he can see what's going on.
Or couldn't they just set the chair on the table?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
right? That was it came immediately to mind. Like, why do you need to have a high-tech device for it? You got some doll furniture, you're good to go.
My stupid idea was make a very tall, tiny chair or something. Maybe with an elevator.
Actually, that would have been kind of cool too.
Yeah, but yeah, I enjoyed it though, with the caveat that I would like to see get all these cool characters together. You don't do anything with them. The bad guys.
Yeah. This could have been like 2 issues. I would have loved that.
Yeah. Oh man, you could have made it 3, easy.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And in today's comics, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
It would be it'd be a 6-issue arc these days.
Mm-hmm.
That's tend what they like to do. But
that's
yeah.
not a bad thing.
No.
Okay.
So that's it. Comic Reflections is recorded in Portland, Oregon, and produced by Sean Roof. Until next time.
We'll see you in the funny pages.